Previously on Will Save. Our heroes squared off against the screeching Skreelings, learning that these clucking creatures come with some impressive cluster buffs when they come together. But the crew scored some impressive strikes on the one named Paul, who, like a McCartney, seems to be looking for the door. Will our heroes soon see Mother Superior? Or are these harpies about to find out that happiness is a warm gun? Find out this time on Will Save.
I'm going to share something. It's not that embarrassing. I don't know why there's so much gravity to when I said I'm going to just share it. When I was younger, I loved chocolate milk. Like, I really, really loved chocolate milk. Any meal or chance that I could get, I would drink chocolate milk. And my dad, being a musician, among other things. One time there was like elementary school, they're like, parents come to work or to school day thing. Comes in, he's like, I'm going to play a song. And there's a old blues tune, standard blues format, that is called Malted Milk. You should look it up. It's a good song. And he changed it to chocolate milk. And he dedicated it to me. So all my friends knew that I love chocolate milk. And I'm in like 4th grade. And I was hella embarrassed. But it was also great. Because then later, when I learned guitar, I learned how to play chocolate milk. And now I know how to play it.
It's a nice tune.
That's a good, wholesome story.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, that was sweet.
I've got a fun story about chocolate milk.
That was not what my question was going to be. But you know what? I'm here for it.
It's chocolate milk question today.
Oh, I thought it's related.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I also loved chocolate milk as a child. I mean, like, among other things, but just chocolate in general. And my family would take us to like hometown buffet, where you could start with dessert and drink as much chocolate milk as you wanted. Terrible part of this story is we'd get to hometown buffet and I would just drink tons of chocolate milk, eat a bunch of ice cream, and then throw up everywhere.
Yeah. You just at the table.
And I never learned my lesson. No, I'd like try to make it to the bathroom and like squirt all over the place. Try to like run down. Yeah.
Oh, man. It's okay. I've never been to hometown buffet. Is that like Golden Corral? Because we used to go to Golden Corral a lot.
Yeah, I think so.
And like they had the omelet dude who would just make her own omelet. I get like 3 omelets, and I had the same thing. I totally ate way too much omelet, and I would be back and back and back again. And the dude would be like, "You sure you want another one?" I'd be like, "Dude, load me up. This is it."
You're looking a little. Sure.
Your little fist just comes down on the thing. You're like, yes, more omelets.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up and make me an omelet.
You're like, shut up, omelet man. Where's my omelet?
Stop asking questions.
Less talking, more omeleting.
Exactly.
Yeah, the worst part is like I never learned my lesson, and neither did my family because they wouldn't stop me. It would happen every time.
They probably did think it was hilarious. They probably did. Yeah, it's true.
They just let it. Yeah, not our kid. I don't know.
I don't know who that is. He didn't come in with us. Yeah. What about anybody else? Any love for food that led to an embarrassing situation?
Not really.
No?
This question isn't good for me, but I enjoyed those stories, though.
Thank you. It's good. Just for everyone at home, Will is very pensive in his frame right now.
I'm thinking hard, but
Just going to leave this wait period to see if he says yes or no.
he's sort of looking into the sky and thinking wistfully. What is he thinking?
What is he thinking?
I'm recalling something, but I can't see. It'll come to me later. But so many embarrassing, like, you'd asked, I think, earlier, a different sort of question. I don't have so many milk-related lactose issues.
Not a prerequisite.
Chocolate milk.
But, I mean, I'm fond of fromage. But I have, like, I don't know, foods that I would go to as a kid. Or in young adulthood, I would ditch school to
Drink chocolate milk.
go get a burrito.
See, that sounds legit.
Study hall. It's not really like ditching.
Yeah.
It's ditching study hall. Don't ditch classes that count.
Yeah. Just ditch the ones where you have to study.
All the school-age kids listening to us.
Yes. If you're in school or not school age, you could be at any
Yeah,
point.
it's not, ditching is not cool.
Yeah.
They shouldn't really be
Okay.
listening to us, though, because we have that E next to our podcast. So.
But we bleep everything
means
out, so
everyone
maybe we
knows.
should take it off.
Yeah.
No, you bleep everything out, John. We didn't vote on that. It was never
Let's vote on
group
it
decision.
live, on air.
Do kids have
Right
like
now.
I think we did. We did vote on it.
Yeah,
before. You guys.
I vote yes. I think that it's good because, we want to reach out to, like, young people to
I
make
don't
sure
know.
that, like, to give
But
them
we still-
advice. Like don't
We have like adult themes, though.
don't ditch school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
we do.
ditching
We
school.
do have. We do. I mean, we.
Don't neglect your study of the liberal arts.
No.
Just take it as a time as a human being to study and get to know the world.
Wait, you did study hall in college?
No, that's not even a thing.
I know.
What is study?
Yeah, when is study hall? College is just realizing that
But the liberal arts was like, encompassing all of, like education.
Oh, okay.
That's why you're supposed to be like,
that's so
your
wholesome.
formative years.
Spoken like a true doctor.
Don't neglect your formative years.
We have. How about this? If you're young and you're in school, we have questions for you because we grew up pretty much in the '90s and stuff.
Things
So
were
there,
different.
we just
back
aged
when.
ourselves. But
Yeah.
basically, so what we had show and tell growing up, and then like nap time. Well,
They
we
have
were in
PowerPoint
elementary school, but
presentations.
what do you have now? Like, reach out to us on Twitter, the Will Save Twitter, and tell us, like, do you have show and tell? Also, are gushers still a thing? Like, 'cause,
Are
like as far
Dunkaroos
as food
still a
goes,
thing?
I would just take like fruit by the foot and gushers,
Fruit
and
by the
then,
foot.
Food,
like
food doesn't exist anymore.
shove
They
them
just-
all into like
I,
one ball and shove
I'm
it in
in
my face. That's
some
what
sassy
Zebra gum.
teenagers
zebra gum.
Wait,
recently.
wait,
Zebra
you
stripe gum is. Oh yeah.
Will?
Pre-teenagers.
Pre-
Yeah. Friends, kids.
Okay.
Sure.
What did you learn?
They're interesting. They sass.
The sass.
They are like meme kings.
Amazing.
I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah, their show and tell are literally like PowerPoint presentations. Here, let me give
Yeah.
you this 3D projection of my favorite toy.
Yeah.
That's it's a computer. That's the projection.
Meanwhile, we had the overhead projector
Yeah.
that you would turn on. The fans super
Oh,
loud.
yeah.
With the transparent plastic.
Yeah.
That they could.
Always cursing about cleaning it
Yes.
and
Oh,
how
you wiping
difficult
it?
it
Yeah.
is and how
And
how laborsome.
That the
This whole
substitute teacher uses permanent marker on accident.
Oh,
Screws
yeah.
everything up.
Yeah, that's right.
Classic.
When it was like a rainy day, or you had a substitute teacher, and they'd roll in the big.
It's the same
old
cart.
vacuum tube TV.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The VCR.
On that same
Look up
cart.
what a VCR is, kids. Look it up.
Wow.
Also, we had chalkboards. Look that up too. There you go.
Oh man, we're house hunting, my wife and I, and you probably shouldn't, but like we open up closets and like just to look at the closet space.
Everyone
but
does
every
that.
once in a while you see stuff in there, and somebody
What'd
had
you
like
see?
VHS. Well, it wasn't anything bad. It was like, and it's actually kind of cute. It was a VHS collection of like home movies, and so we were reading the titles and stuff. But it's just, man, we were like, if a young couple, like a 20-something-year-old couple, was looking at this house, they'd be like, "What the hell are these things?" Like, just saying.
Or they might not
Kids don't
because
know.
they're people. So, let's not gatekeep.
I mean, it's classic. It's a classic quote analog
When-
technology. Man.
when did DVDs
it's
come
kinda
out?
cool though.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
cool.
how like we
Cassette tapes.
that was That probably was an accurate response, John, where like they are humans and probably do know. Because like it's not like an actual gap happened in real life like it did in Starfinder where people like are like, what the
Yeah, but
fuck is this?
it's not like taught or anything. So like, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
it's culture.
it's a real thing, but it's a running joke on the internet. But like, there was an actual time like where somebody was like, "Oh, how'd you 3D print the save button?"
Yeah.
talking about a floppy disk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or how
So, yeah, there's-
how wild was it that you would call somebody, you would call their home, and they like anyone could pick up. Could be their grandma, their parent, their sibling, and then you're like, "No, I'm hoping to talk to so and so." To Johnny.
Lauren's great grandparents, they have like a
landline?
a house phone, and they're like cordless phones, but it is a landline. And when they picked it up, Grayson, his eyes got big, and he was like, "What is that device?" He knows what a cell phone is because he sees us use it all the time.
Yeah.
But like that thing has glowing buttons on it, and they're talking into it.
Wow.
What is this thing?
Amazing. It's like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
And he's 1.5 years old. For him to have that reaction, just imagine what like a 10-year-old is.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh my god.
Well, this is the
that's so
episode
true.
where we definitely date ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's okay.
I'd date me. I'm a fun dude. Come on, get out of here.
Crickets. Is there crickets? Yeah.
That was also a joke from the 90s.
DVDs came out in 1995.
1995.
What was like the top hit of that year?
Top
man,
hit
you're asking
on like the top
Need a
40.
drop for it. Yeah. 1995 it had to be
I'm
like
looking at it right now.
Your bit of useless information. The top 40.
Coolio by Gangsta Paradise.
Yes.
Nice.
Amazing.
Or I should
Wow.
say Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio.
it's been the most our lives living in a gangster's paradise.
Oh, Michael
Classic.
Jackson was at the top of the charts back then too, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It was around the Free Willy time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, what a movie.
Ah, that's cool.
Fun
I'll be
fact.
my lover.
The last VHS movie released was A History of Violence,
Oh. Good movie.
which I think is a terrible film.
Okay.
but
I liked it.
It's just
What does that mean?
Actually, I don't remember. I might be confusing with the different.
How
what
is
is-
it the last VHS released?
it was the last movie to be like produced on VHS before they stopped making VHSs and started doing just DVDs.
Nobody makes VHS anymore?
No.
It,
Just not
like
not
not
like a
mass
wide scale
produced for sure.
Yeah.
Like you might be able to get like private.
Yeah,
VHS.
of course. But like on a wide scale, the distribution as part of VHS.
Home hobbyists,
Yeah.
please send us your VHS and equipment.
And now
I
that
would be surprised if they even did that.
now that we've spoken to literally
Like
one person,
modified.
there's one person who's a home hobbyist for VHS and listens to us, and it's like, you know what?
Thank you for listening.
This is my moment.
Thank you for being you. I
Can you
appreciate
convert our digital media to VHS?
Yeah.
That's what we really need to do.
Yes.
Not the other
It's
way
in
around.
there.
Everybody's doing VHS to digital. We want to go backwards.
We want to just ship weekly VHSs.
You can buy the Will Save box set.
We'll say box set.
Whenever you hear a funny joke, just press the rewind button.
Book one, book two.
Play again. Just rewind. Be kind.
I love that.
rewind at the end.
It's not like they get thicker or anything. It's all VHS. They're all VHSs.
Yep. I think we used to have the VHS for like the Lord of the Rings. It was like a bunch of cassettes.
Good times.
Should we play? Now that we have
great,
all this
yeah.
awesome information that's
Do you
useless.
guys want to Google anything else while we're at it?
I think we've hit
The
our
internet is amazing.
useless information quota.
I think we've hit our threshold.
Yeah.
Just aging ourselves. We couldn't do this when we were kids. You couldn't just Google things. That didn't exist.
Kev,
Yeah.
yeah.
But role playing did.
It did.
That's true. Yeah.
Great transition, Will.
We could do this in person.
That's why we're here today. Just
What did we do before the internet? Just stare into the abyss,
Yeah.
right? Pretty much.
wonder. Look up
I know.
encyclopedia
Encyclopedias.
But now you can join us
through
listener
through the magic of technology.
through the magic of technology.
So let's do a little recap. This is like what somebody tells you before they put in the VHS tape. Because there's no way to
Just got to rewind 1 second. Recap.
Yeah,
time.
sorry.
The
warning.
substitute says, like, hey, before we put this on,
Hey guys, I want to tell you something. Listen up, listen up.
Yeah, under your breath, like, hurry up. It's like the VH.
to your seats, everyone.
Class about to start. Want to say something?
Pencils down, please. Eyes up.
Well, have you talked?
Have I heard this before? I don't know. Have I said this
Definitely
before?
Definitely not. Let's talk about how taken by surprise Rick 19 was.
And not getting hit by something, and then got hit again. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No, just that in this moment when you might have found the schematics, the keys to finally escaping, when Bernice is interfacing with a computer. And I believe in that episode, Dr. OK, you were like, Bernice is going to look at the other control modules, which are behind some firewalls. Yet to be discovered what those are. And at that moment, these two winged creatures called Screelings, like dangerous rat bats with fierce bites and claws, surprise Rick and all of you. And then proceed to deal, it was like 15 points of damage to you. Boom, boom, boom. As they flank you, their special ability to cluster and deal bleed damage to you. Which you still have, by the way, Kev. Don't forget. Yeah.
He's bleeding.
Then struts in Dr. OK, ready for this moment as you find out that these creatures have damage reduction. And you think, I have just the concoction for that. Successfully land a hit, wiping out the DR for one of the Screelings, who we named Peter. And starting a chain of damage as all of you then focused all of your fire on Peter. Eventually, Dr. OK skewering the wing of Peter to the ground. Peter's almost dead, trying to move and escape. And it's at that time that Paul, the other Screeling, says, I'm out. And begins to hoof it across the room, this room that you are sure could be the launching point for the next stage of your escape. So we're back in the combat. Paul, the Screeling, is out.
Which way did Paul go?
Paul-
I'm a little confused.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Paul is going to hoof it across the room, moving in front of Rick, incurring an AOO from Rick and
just
from
curiosity.
Bernice.
How is he hoofing it if he doesn't have hooves? And he's
Paul
flying?
is winging it.
Okay.
Yes.
Soaring.
Much better.
Soaring
Flighting.
majestically.
Flight of fancy.
So much so that, Rick, you have to roll a will save because you've never seen a creature so majestic.
Are you serious?
Do you want to take it down
No.
mid-flight?
Get out of here.
Do you want to
I'm
destroy
swinging.
such a beautiful being?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
do
Okay,
a
let it be
attack
known.
opportunity every time it moves.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. You only get one.
No, I'm pretty sure you get, well, you only have one reaction, so yeah.
Yeah.
It takes 5 feet, moves 5 feet forward. It's going.
Finally get to hit something.
Yes. What'd you roll? What did you roll?
I rolled an 18 on the dice with a +5 for a 23.
With what type of weapon?
It's an axe.
Oh, it's your axe. Got it. Yeah, you hit.
Yeah.
You strike down in fury what nature has created to inspire others.
I'm probably gonna roll a 1 with my +5, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, it's got a DR5."
It does have DR5. You're talking off your mic, Kev. I can't hear anything you're saying.
I know, because I was talking to my dice. Get out of that conversation. It was private.
Jeez. All right. Not bad.
D12. My D12 for it's a D12 +5. A 5 + 5. So you take 5 points of
5
damage.
points of damage. And yeah, you do see as it
Just for the listeners,
Yes.
if you forgot from last week, these things have a DR of 5 from anything but cold iron, which we have not been exposed to at all in this game ever.
Yes. I can feel Kev's piercing gaze right through his
I
camera.
just feel like a rant is almost there.
Yeah.
Please, go,
It's
just
almost
run
there.
off.
That's into my rant.
Tell us how you really feel,
You know how
Rick.
the implied rant.
Yes, please, Rick, please.
Kev, I feel like there are certain factions in the Starfighter universe who would not be happy that you're destroying such beauty of Paul the Screeling.
These things. I'm with Rick on this.
For all
Ugh,
Rick knows,
these are
it's
ravenous.
charging right at Bernice. So he is still he's defending his team.
Like a good teammate.
Makes sense.
Rick 19 is there.
Yeah.
So Rick 19, so Paul takes a hit, doesn't even phase Paul, slight course correction, and keeps moving forward and is directly above Bernice. Bernice, you get an AOL on this creature.
Yeah, but she only has a ranged weapon.
So
she does not get a ring off.
So there's no AOO
Yeah.
as Paul hits the crack in the wall and scurries through, vanishing.
Is that a move action on its own? Did you do like a standard action to squeeze through the thing?
No, squeezing just like you take a penalty to your move and other things.
Okay.
But it only moved. Just wanted to move, and get out. And Peter is still in the room. And it is, Rick, your turn. There's a pinned Screeling in the center of the room. Dr. OK standing over it with his syringe stick. What do you do, Rick?
It looks like these things are fleeing. What should we do with this one? And he takes a step forward, and I'm going to hold an action to attack it.
Ready?
So if it goes to attack one of us, I'm going to swing at it.
Got it. Got it.
Ready in action.
Okay.
Do we know if these things are intelligent and can communicate?
Great question. I would say that with your knowledge check, you would know that they do have an intelligence, but they can't really speak, but they can understand some things.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is Heer's turn. End of round 2. What are you going to do?
Heerz is going to.
Okay, but that's the end of the turn. Does my hold action doesn't count then?
I thought we talked about this. To take a ready action is a standard action. So you took your standard action and you moved, right?
Yeah. So, but that's until my next turn then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So if it
I thought it was till the
triggers
end of the round.
No.
There's so many.
What is going to trigger it?
If it attacks.
If it doesn't attack,
All right. Heerz has equipped already a hand axe, a tactical hand axe. So Heerz is going to step around the corner fully.
You're prone.
And Heerz is going to get up.
that's a move.
I've
action.
never been prone before. That's a move action? Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. Heerz is going to get up, and he's just going to try to peek his head around the corner as he's getting up and saying, like, we don't want to hurt you. And he's just kind of like tripping over, like so. And then he's like, but if you show us where the reactor is, we're not going to hurt you. So
Hey, flying rat, tell us where the reactor is.
just
point your wing in the right direction.
He could just fly us and lead us there, and we'll let you go.
It limply moves its wings. It's definitely very close to death. Don't know if it can fly you there.
It can just crawl horribly slowly there.
Can only move 10 feet at a
Yeah,
time.
dude, they're pretty slow.
Puts its wings up. All right, I'll tell you.
Guys, hold
Don't
on.
kill me.
Someone just pick it up and carry it on your shoulder, and it'll like kind of like
Sounds like a
guide us
terrible
around.
idea.
That's like a really
This thing
bad
almost
idea.
killed me.
Animal handling.
And, yeah, roll animal handling. Top around 3.
Wait,
Is it
hold
an
on.
animal?
I'm just genuinely curious. Like, is this intelligent enough to perform
Probably
something
not.
like that, or do something?
Probably
like that?
not. To
All right,
lead you there, probably not.
All right, Heerz knows this now.
Okay. So,
Okay,
okay.
thanks, guys.
All right.
Moving on.
Top around
I forget what I was
3.
looking up.
Top round 3, Dr. OK, it's your turn. What do you want to do? You have this pinned Screeling at your tentacle feet, the base of your body.
And is it like still attacking me?
Its turn has not happened yet, but it seems like it will probably be trying to leave as best it can, based on the reactions of the other creature.
So can I like fight defensively or whatever?
Yeah, you can take the defensive. What's it called? Yeah, it is a full action.
Or total defense? You can fight defensively.
Yeah, fight defensively is a full action, or you can do total defense.
Yeah, total defense is the one you're looking for.
Yeah, I'll do total defense.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay.
And if it tries to run off, then I'll just let it run off.
Okay. You defend yourself as a standard action.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, as you brace yourself, ready yourself, both you and Rick are standing over this creature, this poor Skreeling. It does start to move and step away. You all have an AOO on it if you want to attack.
All of us do? Like in any order?
Well, we probably go in initiative order for those
But
of you
it
who are
all
doing.
will.
But it's
Okay.
not moving aggressively. It's just trying to get away from you.
Oh, I was gonna say,
It
can I
can't
do like
fly.
a perception or a sense motive?
It seems like it's just trying to get away from you.
Heerz is ready to attack the shit out of this thing if it comes into a sphere, which it looks like it is.
Do you have a melee
do.
weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it ready? That's the question.
Once it
Yes, it is.
once it moves out of it's right at the door threshold. Once it moves out the door, you all will not be Dr. OK and Rick will not be able to make AOs against the creature. So if you want to make one, it did just step 5 feet away. Do you want to make an AO?
No, you said it doesn't look aggressive.
It doesn't.
Can I roll a sense motive on it? Is that a
Yeah, can you get a sense of if it's fleeing or if it's
Yeah, I can just tell you it's fleeing. It's
trying to get help?
It's not. You don't know if it's trying to get help. It just seems like it's trying to get away. It's fleeing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Perhaps it knows its fate and is matched.
I am not a hired exterminator. I just want to get out of here.
Same.
So you let it move.
And if that reactor isn't shut down, this thing's also going to die.
Here's it's in front of it's moving past you. What do you do?
Everyone became a pacifist all of a sudden. So Heerz is just gonna take out his tactical hand axe, and he doesn't melee attack much. He's trying to remember. I roll, or it just has to make a check, right?
You roll an attack roll.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Here we go.
If only Nico was here to stab it with his.
Well, Heerz totally misses, probably because he's still getting up,
Yeah, that's true.
and
I love it.
he just like stumbles over his axe. Ah!
Yeah, you were standing up and weren't expecting the creature to come out next to you. Okay, so it is the top of. Let's see. No. It is Rick. Your turn now. That was the creature's turn.
So I didn't use my ready action, right? So
can
I
only
get to
move
go
10
back. I keep my initiative order.
Yeah, think so. It just goes away.
All right. So I will.
It can only move 10 feet, so it's right in front of Heerz. Moving slowly, dragging its wing that was skewered.
I will step into range. I'm gonna walk just kind of walk up to it calmly because I have all the time in the world at this point, and I'm gonna ready in action to attack it if it gets aggressive.
Okay. Heerz.
Or take my AOO as well.
Okay. Heerz. What do you want to do? It's your turn.
It's my turn. All right, cool. Heerz attacks it with the axe and misses again. This is why Heerz does not do melee attacks. But there we go.
Okay. I'm going to take the prone condition off of Bernice and Heerz.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I do believe this thing is just trying to get
Amazing.
away from us at this
Yes.
point. Here's. You could probably stop swinging at it.
Heerz just wildly swings his axe around. What's that?
Totally missing. It's just a
I can't hear you. I'm afraid of bats.
top of round 4. Dr. K, it's your turn. What do you do?
Yeah, is this thing like still pursuing an attack against me? I'm just gonna stay here
Nope.
and keep guard.
Just trying to leave.
And if it comes through the door, I'll be like, "Heerz, get in here. Shut the door behind you."
I feel like Rick is like escorting
Oh,
it
wow.
out like it was being bounced from a bar. He's just walking behind it with his axe. Like, come on, just leave or I'm gonna hit you.
You can't go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah. Last call, bro.
Let's call. Kelly. Heerz.
I was gonna say Heerz was like he still could move back in the room, but Rick's in the way, so he can't. So he'll just wait until the bat's gone,
Okay.
until Peter's gone.
Peter moves 10 feet more away and incurs an AOO from Heerz and Rick if you want to take another one.
Heerz swings his axe wildly again, and actually almost chops his foot off at this point.
You
Not
rolled
quite.
a 1?
No, it wasn't a 1. But
Oh my
almost.
god.
Good
Wow.
fucking god.
Wow. All right.
And it shows no sign of aggression.
No, it's just trying to get away.
Rick just lets it go.
Okay. Here's, do you let it go?
Yes.
Dr. K, do you let it go?
Yeah, I'm in the room like 30 feet
That's
away.
what I thought. I was just checking, make sure. Okay. It goes away, and it seems to go back into the room that
There's
is
a green flash
adjacent.
from that room, and
There is no green flash. Funny enough.
15 giant monsters come out of it.
Can I perceive the wall where Bernice relays obviously all this telemetry information from the fight to me on my data pad? Tells me that this other one escaped through this wall, so I go and investigate. And
It seems like a crack in the wall that probably happened during the onslaught on the bombardment on this place. And it seems like they were able to get out, and they are going back to that room just to escape. It's the closest escape that they could get to.
awesome.
Fair enough. Heerz walks back in the room, or just says, "Excuse me," to Rick.
Rick steps out of the way and says, you know that thing was not trying to attack you, right?
I know. Just keeps walking.
Well,
Yeah, I know. I was going to try.
Yeah, I totally meant all
it
that.
did attack you, Rick,
I was missing on purpose.
and me.
You are correct, but we may have possibly startled them. Again, I am not an exterminator,
I think they knew that they were about to meet their end.
though we're probably going to lose XP for this, though.
Wait, really?
You
Is that
don't-
a thing?
Wow. Thanks.
You only get
Thanks,
XP
Kev.
for killing things. Just saying.
That's not true.
Oh.
You get XP for plenty of role play things.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
It's like a real game.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I guess that makes sense, but
Yeah.
I never really thought about
It's like
XP in terms
Starfinder is
of
a
this.
real game made by a real company. It's so
I
weird.
didn't mean
It's
this,
so
people.
weird.
All right,
Yeah.
It's like, whose line is it anyway?
I don't know these
I
hidden
have all my
mechanics.
Rules are
stamina
made up, and the points don't
and-
matter.
Well, that's what I thought, sort of with HP, but I don't know.
I mean, there's the milestone versus XP. But
Okay.
anyway,
XP, that's what I meant. Cool.
so what do you all want to do? The room goes back to being empty. There are more quakes, but they're minor. You don't need to roll a reflex save right now. Bernice, you were interfacing with the console when this happened, and Rick, you were investigating the room. As a reminder, there's a large airlock door flashing that same red symbol that you see on the landing page, indicating that there's some sort of emergency
Oh,
on the north.
Sorry. How many turns did that take? 3 turns? 4? That's
Yeah.
4 points of bleed damage that I didn't take.
Yeah, you can take 4 points of bleed damage.
And I am out of stamina at this point now.
Do you want to do any? You need a DC 15 medicine check to stop bleeding, or something
Yeah,
to
so
affect.
I can apply.
Oh, what just happened? No.
I can apply a minor booster
Okay.
to you, and you're still suffering from bleed damage.
Yes, I have 1 point of bleed damage, and that until I do the.
I think you took 2 more.
You can just do a medicine check.
Yeah,
What?
I think.
No, I only took 1 because you only got bleed on the second time of
Yeah.
flanking, right?
Yeah, so then your turn came and went 2 more times, so you would have taken bleed 2 more
But
times.
I didn't get a dish. Wait, what?
You take bleed at the
So-
start of your turn, right? So since then, you took that. That was round 2. Then round 3 came. I don't.
Whatever.
Well,
3 to 4
I
turns. It doesn't matter out
apply-
of combat.
First aid, and I roll. Sorry, I rolled a 20.
You're fine. It's DC 15.
Stop bleeding.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rick's kind of like holding the wound where this thing bit him and says,
Who's on
"Can
your leg,
you help
yeah.
me, Doctor? Okay." Also, do you happen to have any healing serums? I could really use one.
Sure thing.
Or
Toss 'em out.
we have the relax you, right? So like
Yeah.
Rick wants to take 10 minutes because his stamina is at 1 out of 32. So he wants to take 10 minutes to gain that back and burn an RP. And then the relax you, is anybody else into their hit points?
No.
Here's
Nope. You go for it.
so then let me borrow the relax you and I'll take 10 minutes. Then we don't need to worry about healing. You just do the medicine check to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Take some
Okay.
time.
And I'll spend that time interfacing with these computers with Bernice.
Okay.
So do rest short.
So Rick is taking a short rest. Dr. OK and Bernice, you are going into the computers. Here's what are you doing?
Wait, how does the relax you work?
The relax you works by you take, I think, 1d4 hit points during your short rest. You can gain that
Back.
back.
Yeah.
Okay. And then lastly, sorry, I took accelerated recovery. It says during or an 8-hour rest. You get 2 times normal HP.
Yeah. It's not you should have done that last time.
Did 4.
Nice. There you go. Here's what are you doing during this 10 minutes?
Heerz is near Dr. OK and Bernice, and he's just kind of leaning up against the wall to help them with computers if they need.
Okay.
So he'll be on standby.
Okay, so you're near the wall. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So Dr. OK, let's resolve what the computers was going on with that, right?
Yes.
As a reminder, you had found 3 control modules. You had hacked in. You had found one that was basic facilities. You could access that pretty immediately. Now, that gave you the schematics for the 2 areas, for 2 of the areas here. I think I put them in your journal. As a reminder, I will bring them up on the up here. There's this one. And it is a schematic. Well, you guys can talk about it.
We talked about the
Yeah,
schematic.
It's basically the level that we are on.
Right.
And it shows a sort of diagram of hallways that look like, I guess they're arranged like an 8, missing the top. Well, I guess like the top is where we are now in this room. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's like a figure 8.
It's like a figure.
Right?
Yeah.
Looks
But
like
the top's not connected.
the staircase or ladder or whatever seems to be right next to us. So Heerz tells everyone, like, you've all seen it, but we could probably go down this way.
Can we
Nice.
do some kind of, is that engineering or survival to know that the slash marks are ladders?
Yeah, maybe give me a...
Yeah, culture, right?
I'd say either
Engineering?
culture or even engineering. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll do engineering.
Heerz did a 22 engineering.
Okay. Rick, you're resting, right? So, but you...
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Fine, I won't do anything.
Dr. K, did you roll?
Yeah, I rolled 28 culture, and I can roll
Crushing
for engineering.
No, that's fine. You know that slashes that are start in the top left, move down to the bottom right, indicate a downward direction, typically.
Oh, there's, okay.
And then
Brilliant.
slashes that are going from the bottom left to the top right typically indicate an upward in intent in movement.
They're escalators.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
It's not a ladder, it's an escalator.
So
That'd be relaxing. That's-
there's
Take
like
a 10-minute rest
Yeah.
on the escalator.
on the escalator. Now, Dr. K and Bernice, you also realized that there were 2 other control modules that were behind a firewall. And again, the firewall means that it is a...
I thought there were 2 maps that we had access to in the third module.
The other map came
was.
from the other area that we were.
yes.
This is the map
Yeah.
here. So, yeah. So there, you did get 2 maps. I just didn't...
I see.
Schematic A is where we started. We started off
Yeah.
in the square block to the far right, came into the sanitation room.
This was
Then-
where we basically came out of the pods.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were 2 rooms to the top, 2 rooms down with little hallways in between.
Yep. I just didn't go over it, but thank you for the reminder. The other 2 modules behind a firewall. +2 to the DC to hack. You've been in it for a while now. You know it's a tier 2 computer. So pretty secure,
So
not crazy.
So what we know is that this thing goes down from the map,
Seems like it goes down. Yeah. And
and the one that's in the airlock
Goes up.
hidden place goes up.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess the listeners wouldn't know that. So there's a slash in the room off to the right of this room. So there's a slash downward from top left to bottom right, and then the next room up above us, which connects to the other door on the other side of the hallway where that worm thing was. That room leads to another slash, but that slash goes from bottom left to top right, which implies it's going upward. Which that was the airlock, as we talked about earlier. Was that where the triangle was? The red triangle?
yeah, and it's the same. That same symbol is on the door to your north right here, because that door is the same door that was over in the area that's probably the gray kind of like resting area. That same door is in this room that you're in now to the
Can we
north.
do another culture engineering tech to know what the red triangle means? Did we try that already?
I think you already did. Yeah, you do know that it means that there is an emergency. They seem like they're airlock grade doors. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's no air on the other side. It just means that they are sealed, but they can be possibly opened, and maybe it is on this computer.
Wait, the red triangle means that they're sealed, or the red triangle means it's an emergency exit?
No, that doesn't mean that it's an emergency exit. It means that they are sealed. And that there's like an emergency, but they are like sealed as part of it.
So the red triangle is like flashing. It's not like a permanent marking. It's like a light system or something.
With the control module that you're in right now that you can access that's not behind a firewall that gave you these schematics, you can also stabilize the lighting for this area. You can change the air temperature, airflow. You can do all that stuff.
Dim the lights to set the mood.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Is Kevin rested up?
I feel like you guys can do the hacking stuff in the time that I'm resting. So
do we still need to hack?
So like, what do we know about the modules, I guess?
They seem like they're control modules. You are not sure yet what they control because they're around the firewall.
But Heerz will help Dr. OK and Bernice get into that.
Yeah, so Bernice is going to assist Dr. OK.
Heerz also assists.
Use her, I think, is this, I mean, because it interfaced with it before, so it could recall knowledge, right? Or...
Yeah, I mean, I'm just assuming that it's all part of the same thing, so it's fine.
Okay, so it can use its ability to... Do I have to, like, gain root access to go past the firewall wall, or what's going on?
No, a firewall means that it's only a +2 to the DC it would be to hack in. It's just +2. So
what was the DC to hack?
The DC to hack, just to get into the computer, right, was a DC 21. So to get past this firewall, it's a 23.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not like root access. Where
it's not nothing.
It's not nothing, but, I mean, if you have people assisting, could be possible.
So Bernice is going to... Well, I'll just roll first and then... 13 on the die plus 11, so 22.
Plus 4 from 2 assists.
24.
And Heerz assisted for +2.
Yeah. So
26?
Yeah. So you are able to get past the firewall. It doesn't seem to trigger any traps. There's no like fake shell to the firewall. You see that this first one is a firewall that can control the doors that are to the north in the room that you're at now, and presumably the other door that's in the long hallway at where the Greys would be resting. So it looks like this is the control module to open or to close those doors.
And there's still one more module left?
There's one other module besides that.
Yeah, I'm going to try and go for the other module.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a 26.
Assists?
Here's, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, I just assist. That's all.
Okay. That seems like it controls a small door somewhere below you. And seems like there is a small door that you can access. Maybe you look at the schematics, you're like, I don't know where that is. It seems like there might be some sort of a bypass tunnel that's connected to a shaft or to an area below you that if you wanted to go into, this would be the way that you can open that door.
Oh, man. And we have to open it from here, and then we'll get down there and realize we opened the door to, like, the Rancor.
Well, I could send Bernice ahead, couldn't I?
Downstairs? Yeah, you could do that.
I mean, I vote you open it, but that's just...
Or I could leave Bernice behind and grant... Can I transfer access to Bernice?
You have to stay with insider hearing, according to the book.
So you would have to probably go down too. I'll say that based on the way that because when you guys first went into this computer, it was like, hey, the reactor's gonna go off. You need to deal with that, right? Or not. You can either exit out of the warning, or you can be like, all right, I'll go deal with it. And it does, on the schematics, it does seem like, based off of the reactor warning and everything else, this bypass door is not related to the reactor. You don't need to access this bypass door in order to get to the reactor.
Might just be something cool, though. You know?
Yeah.
You don't need to use this to get to the reactor. You can use it to get to the reactor, though? Or you're saying...
It doesn't seem like it connects to the reactor. It's not on the map, but it does seem like there's a control there.
Like, you know, I have every urge in like Kevin has every urge to just explore the living crap out of this game. I want to walk, like trace the lines and just walk every wall, open every door, search everything.
But I
Rick-
could figure out where this room is.
You probably can't just from looking at this now. There's no schematic. It's not appearing on any schematic. It does seem like there is a door below you that's in some sort of bypass tunnel.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like that's necessary.
Rick hears you guys talking about this, and
I'll just open
It
it.
could open a way off of the ship too. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Should I
whatever
open
the
it?
hell it is.
I vote you
Station.
don't open it.
Oh.
It's not worth the hassle.
I vote you do.
I'm gonna open
Good.
it.
2v1.
Okay.
Bernice's vote? Well, we'll see.
Doesn't count. No, Bernice.
Okay.
Bernice doesn't count. Get
Well,
out.
I'm sure she's gonna vote yes, most likely.
So you open it.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. It confirms that it's open.
We're all fucked.
Do we want to open this glowing red horror?
No, we want to
before us.
shut down the reactor before anything worse happens.
Agreed. That's probably gonna open up some other combat or something. I'm guessing. Maybe later. I think.
Okay, so should
Like,
we?
You guys can come back and explore all you want once we are
Yeah,
free of this mess.
now that this firewall, like that I've bypassed this firewall, can I come back and like
Yeah.
open this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or like,
Yeah, you could.
I couldn't remotely do that though, right?
Probably not. You would need to come back to this computer station. So you
Can I check out the other computer stations? Are there more like systems that they have access to, or is it all basically the same interface?
It's all basically the same interface.
Got it.
And sorry, you didn't open the door to the north, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
Door to the north. Rick wants to do a quick medicine check on the dead gray. We never even checked
okay.
to like actually make sure it was
It's true.
dead because by the time we got in the room, we got attacked. But
No, we do know that his head exexploded
You
do?
know that his head exploded.
by the same way it did earlier.
You do know that, yeah.
Oh.
But what do you do?
I rolled a 21 for a medicine check.
You realize that this creature has a lot of small bite marks taken out of it. You think, oh, the Skreelings were probably eating it.
Yeah, Rick looks at his hand where he got bit.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, those look the same.
That's why I was asking if you guys were going to go and check. Because if you did, you would have gotten a bonus to noticing
I
the
didn't get
Skreelings.
close enough to the body. The damn thing's attacked before we got there.
Yeah, I know, but Bernice already went in, and Heerz was like, I'm not going to go in. So you guys didn't go in.
And so
You
Rick
tried
said,
to
I'm
spot
going to go
before.
look. And you're like, oh, that doesn't count. Rick, attack.
Rick in particular.
By that time, they already knew that you were there. They were attacking.
Right. Uh-huh.
You could just take that to mean maybe you got to look into things.
Well,
do you guys
Heerz
wanna
is
do?
going to roll perception on this opening to
Okay.
see if he can sense anything in there so that we can move forward. And that is right here. Here we go.
Are we ready to proceed down this ladder?
19. Here's is just checking it.
The door, it's a closed small door. It doesn't seem to be open,
Okay.
and there's no way to look through it. It seems like it's not trapped.
All
It
right.
seems like you could just open it if you would like. I do want Dr. OK, and actually I want all of you to make a perception check.
What does that mean?
Dr. OK, you get a +2
No.
from Bernice.
Do I need to make another one or can I use my current one?
I'd say make another one because you were using this one to look at the door.
Okay.
I got a 9.
9 from Rick.
And I get how much plus?
+2.
30.
30.
Wait, plus
Ridiculous.
We
Wait, why
add-
does he get a +2?
Why do we?
Because Bernice.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
find out. Here's
7.
What? What is going on?
7. Okay.
Stop
Dr.
making
OK,
up rules.
bro. Just GM once and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's fine.
Killing me.
Dr. OK, you are walking maybe over to the door in that direction, and Bernice flashes you something. Something that is over here on the map. Maybe when Bernice went over there and tripped and or was like fell prone, seems like there were some objects that were stashed back there, including seems like there were 2 small vials, and then also there seemed to be something that seemed to be flashing, flickering. The light was moving off the vials.
Oh, so it's not something attacking us. So, okay. I'm sorry for panicking.
Okay.
I thought you were going to be like, oh, this monster comes out of the sky. It's a what was
It's a
this? The
spaghetti
Skrillex
monster.
like older brother with the giant flying lizard?
Okay, so I go to investigate.
Okay. You reach over, you reach down, and you see 3 things. You see 2 Mark 1 serums of healing. So now I think you have 5. And you also see what appears to be like a little hollow projector, and it's just kind of struggling to cast. Maybe something hit a button when it fell. I don't know. There's some junk or some rocks around it that seem to just have knocked it loose. It just seems like it's trying to form an image, but you can't tell what it is.
What did you find, Dr. OK?
I don't know yet.
No,
Hollow
and he's like,
emitter?
I'm talking about those vials in your hand.
Yeah. Do you need a health serum?
I would like to hold on to at least one of them.
Yeah, sure. I toss him one.
Wait, how many do you have total?
4. After I have 5 total. Now you have 1.
Can I have 2 of them then? You don't need all
Yeah,
4.
I'll give you
or
2.
5.
Well, I
does
don't
does
have
Heerz
any.
have any? Yeah.
You want to take 1.
Thanks.
Sure, look. I love it.
So,
Yes, thank
do
you.
you guys each take 1? Or do
I
you
take
want
2 and Heerz takes 1, so now I have 2, you have
Thanks.
2, and Heerz has 1.
Okay, so now I have 2.
Well, you have 3 still.
No,
Because you have
I took
5.
2.
Oh, never mind. You're right.
Ooh.
I gave you
Math is
Can't
1.
hard.
maths right now. No, you're right.
I had 3 on me.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I gained 2.
Will is in
Maths
professor
with
mode.
Dr. OK.
Oh, they're
Please.
magical items, right?
You in the back, please. Stop talking.
Eyes up, face
Eyes
forward.
I won't say it again.
Amazing.
I've never been told that in study hall.
Definitely not. When you made it to study hall.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
remembered not to go get burritos.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes. So, I guess we're going to investigate this hole. Downward we go. Right?
Did you pick up or do anything with the hollow projector that was there?
Yeah, I want to look at it, but
Okay.
what can I do with it? Can I turn on?
Yeah, you can just try and maybe hit it, do just a quick little engineering check, try and
Yeah.
make it work.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say that you can, over the course of 10 minutes, it's pretty low. It's pretty easy to fix. You just maybe hit it, maybe just pop open the back, change a battery, connect a wire.
You're taking 10 minutes on it?
Maybe not 10 minutes, but it's pretty easy to do.
Oh, I was going to say,
Pretty
I got the relax you on. I'll wait another 10 minutes. No problem.
So, Dr. OK, you take the hollow projector, futz with it, and you're holding it, and it is casting out this little light. And it seems to be... And as you connect the wires, the image forms. And you see what appears to be an image that you're instantly recognize. Looks like it's a picture of a nature scene, but there's some sort of archaeological dig. And you recognize somebody that looks kind of like Algiade Yom. And standing beside them is a very young Dr. Benjamin.
What? Fascinating.
And as you're about to close it, you see that there's another image on it.
Wait, say that again. A young Dr. Benjamin with the
Dr.
same
Burnham
age?
Benjamin.
With the same aged Algiata?
No, somebody that looks like Algiade.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is this similar to the... Because we saw Dr. Benjamin and another Lashunta, right?
She's a Riforian.
Riforian? Sorry. There was an image with him and a male Riforian.
Yes. So I don't think you guys saw that image. I think
I thought
I think I told you about that image.
No, I thought it was
But
in
you
his
see
room or
this
something.
image now.
Somebody saw it.
Maybe. This seems to be that same image.
Okay. Okay, so it's
Here,
not a
Can we see
different...
it? Is it
Yeah.
like a real image?
Yeah, it is. Let me see if I can grab it.
Good thing we got the notes
yes,
open.
here
Let's
it is.
see.
Boom. You should see it on your screen right now or in your journals.
Wow.
Team soon notices that there is a photo on the console, a hollow picture of a young Riforian. It shows archaeological dig and someone in the background. This was when we were hacking into something in Algiada's room.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, there's like some sort of face-like sculpture that is being uncovered. Can I do like a culture check or like a history check or something?
Well, describe the picture first. So it shows a young man and or two men, a younger man and looks like an older man. Assuming the older one is Dr. Benjamin, the younger one is the male Riforian. And then in the ground there is like a stone face laying across the ground, like 3D image of a stone face, and there's like a little hollow ball scanning the face from left to right.
A little LiDAR scan, yeah.
A drone of some sort.
Dr. K, you want to do a culture check?
Yeah, like recall knowledge of,
Sure.
like, is there some sort of like archaeological significance to this dig site that I might know? Or
Give me a culture check.
natural 20 for a 30.
30. It looks like it's triaxis. So it seems to be some sort of triaxian ruin. Not quite sure what the face is, just a generic statue. There are no certain markings. It doesn't seem like there's anything significant on the face. You can just know that it's definitely from triaxis.
And would I know anything about Triaxis based on my dealings with Dr. Benjamin in the simulation?
You would certainly know that. I'm trying to think of what there is to say about Triaxis. You know a lot that Triaxis is the place where there are the Riforians and the Dragonkin. There's a lot of history on Triaxis. A lot of the culture now is separated between the areas where the Riforians live and the areas where dragons live. And the Dragonkin, I think, live in both. Obviously, check out Maple Table for more about Triaxis if he has a video on
Shout
that.
out to Maple Table.
Shout out to Maple Table. From there, it doesn't seem like at the moment you know enough to know any sort of special remarks with the face that's in the ground. But it is an interesting bit that something that you saw on the Chimera is now not on the Chimera.
So what we saw in this Chimera was identical to this, or we saw like a smaller picture of this?
You saw a framed picture of this.
Okay, because we didn't notice the face, or at least we didn't note the face
Got it.
in the ground in the other picture. Yeah, and I think we saw that in Algiada's room
Got it.
because it was right next to the next thing in
I
the
thought
notes
there was a
the
picture
ledger.
of her with Dr. Benjamin.
No, it was somebody we assume is related to her, like her older brother, possibly her father. Because Dr. Benjamin looks younger in this picture than he was.
Yeah.
So it could be it could be her father or her brother.
Okay.
Is my assumptions, but
Interesting.
It doesn't seem like the face is anything of any import per se, because again, there's not much to it. But the people in it clearly.
And this is on a hollow emitter.
Yeah.
Can we do like an engineering check on the emitter itself? Is there any kind of
Yeah, they're like markings or distinctions or instructions or
Made
any
in
other.
China?
Yeah.
Nope. There's nothing on it.
Orion Industries?
Is it like marketing material for this horrific scenario where we are lab experiments?
It doesn't seem like it,
Great.
but there is another image on it.
Great.
What's the other image?
Great. It's a bad stretch. No, I'm sorry.
There's
Yeah,
three images? Two
There's
images?
two.
Okay,
two
what's the other image?
You click through, the scene changes. The tight close-up image of a busy scene. It takes you a second to make it out. I'm picturing the way that Star Wars has their hollow emitters where you can see a little bit behind it, right? It's a little transparent. It seems like it's a small crowd of people. They all seem to be happy, excited, arms frozen in midair, outstretched.
Celebration photo.
Yeah. But they're all reaching. They're reaching towards a figure that is in the center. Maybe you can try and rotate or look through. It seems like it's surrounded by people. You can only make out their face and their shoulders. They look like they're dressed in maybe very formal clothes. And one of their hands is up, the sleeve is rolled up. It's a blue, kind of collared, modern business casual shirt. You can see the top of a gray vest. And that's when it hits you that as you look at the face is exactly Heerz's face. And that's our game.
What?
What?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, come on, man. That's amazing.
Who had player sees a picture of themselves on the weekly Will Save Wednesday bingo? Question is, does Heerz remember this moment? Does he know what's going on? Who would have taken the photo? Who would hoist Heerz up so high in such a moment of triumph and celebration? You know what? Just want to say we love that you support and raise Will Save up so high and being such wonderful supporters and listeners of the show. Don't forget to like or rank or review wherever you listen. And then when you're done, come hang out with us on the Discord. If you haven't done that, what are you waiting for? What are you worried about? You think Kev's going to go on a rant in front of you? Well, he might, but that's okay. Now I'm going past the end of the music here, but that's okay because I'm the one who edits the episodes. I'll close with this. Hope we made your Wednesday or Thursday or whatever moment you chose to sit down and listen to us a little bit more fun, a little spooky, maybe a little mysterious. Until next Will Save Wednesday.